If we think that happiness is something outside of ourselves, then everywhere we go, everyone we meet, every situation you encounter, without saying so, what you'll really be asking of it is, can you make me happy? And if it can't make you happy, we tend to discard it. Right? Whether it's a person or a place, you go on vacation and it doesn't make you happy and you go, I don't like this place. Why? Didn't make me happy. I don't like it. It has no value. And this even informs our spirituality. Because of course within a human being is a innate desire for happiness. Given the choice, wouldn't you choose to be happy other than unhappy? If you could flick a switch and have one or the other, or you could go to some cosmic grocery store and buy happiness or sorrow, most people, I think, would choose happiness. So it is sort of hardwired into our DNA structure that we would, given the option, we would move toward happiness rather than sorrow. Unfortunately, often our pursuit of happiness is what leads to sorrow. Because we often see happiness as something that exists out there. It's in something I can attain, something I can find, something I can own, someone I can own, possess. Or happiness is if everybody would just change. If everybody would just be more like you, then you'd be happy. Do you know what I mean? I think a lot of people go around their whole life baffled that everybody doesn't see everything like they do. So, this pursuit, and we bring this pursuit into spirituality. We bring our pursuit of happiness into spirituality, which again is natural because it's a natural thing within you. You're hooked up to prefer happiness over sorrow. And yet, if happiness is held as our highest virtue, our highest calling, if the pursuit of happiness is the most important thing to us, then number one, it will constantly be eluding us, except for some moments, But a happiness that's actually constant will be eluding us. They don't tell you when you are sort of raised to pursue happiness, They don't tell you that your pursuit is actually not going to make you a happy person. Really happy people aren't pursuing happiness. You ever notice? And of course we think that, of course, they're not pursuing happiness because they've already got happiness. Do you see what I mean? But it's just possible that maybe they've got happiness because they're not pursuing it. You see? But if you don't have it, you think they got it because they pursued it. You see what I mean? And so we keep pursuing. We bring it into spirituality, the same pursuit. I'm looking for happiness. Whether you call happiness nirvana, enlightenment, awakening, God, heaven, whatever it may be, one continues to pursue this elusive quality of existence. You see? But as I said, what's not spoken, what's not told to you, is the pursuit of happiness leads to sorrow. That's what we're not told. We want to be happy, do we not? We want to be happy, but the more we try to be happy, the less happy we actually end up being. It seems like sort of a contradiction, doesn't it? Or a catch-22. That you hook up to want this thing, but the more that you want it, the more you pursue it, the less of it that you really have. You see? And if you get it through your pursuit, you'll be afraid because whatever you can attain, you know that you can just as easily lose. You see? If someone makes you happy, you know you can lose them. Worse than that, you know you will lose them. At some point. They won't last forever any more than you'll last forever. So even if we attain something that gives us a certain type of happiness, we know that whatever we've attained, whatever we've grasped, will not last forever. Whether it's a person or money or even a great spiritual experience, it will not last forever. In the midst of all this pursuit, there is the sacred, you see. And the sacred isn't necessarily the pursuit of happiness, although one wants to be happy. That which is sacred, true, reality. It's a deeper thing within us. That which is sacred has the byproduct of a certain causeless happiness. Because that's the only lasting happiness there is a happiness that has no cause to it. If someone says, "Why are you happy?" and you just don't know. Do you see what I mean? True happiness doesn't have a cause. There's no reason for it. It's not the result of attaining something or finding something, or there's literally no reason for it. And that's the kind of happiness that comes out of the sacred. It's a causeless happiness, a sort of causeless peace. Causeless meaning there's no reason for it. It's just there. It's just the nature of reality is that there's this exuding of well-being.